Guru Saksha Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Namaskaram. On behalf of Nrityaloka School of Performing Arts, Guru Srimati Ashwini Manjunath and the Trivedi family, I take immense pleasure in welcoming you all to the solo debut performance of Kumari Disha Trivedi. I'm also very happy and excited to announce that this is the very first Arangetram event of our dance school. We understand that everyone is stressed out in this pandemic. People are dying, critical resources are stretched. The very essence of our freedom is shrinking. In this time of crisis and isolation, the role of art becomes more critical to our lives. What better way to keep our heads above the water than to create a space to focus on a truly enriching experience that art can give us. We are so happy to bring this event to you virtually in the face of this new reality. Our goal for this virtual event is to be where we all come together as one global community and focus on something other than fear and anxiety running through the world. It is no surprise that our teacher thought this to be a very fitting and perfect timing to stage this wonderful performance. We start today's program with an invocation song where we seek the blessing of the Almighty and the Guru blessing the anklets, the dancers' anklets or salangai. The invocation song will be delivered by Sanjana Kumar.
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि 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 वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवसुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटिप्रकाशं शान्तं मारकोटिप्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि. Thank you.
good teacher can inspire the mind, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. An ocean of ceaseless giving, knowledge, patience, dedication, and creative genius. Guru Vidushi Srimati Ashwini Manjunath, our dear teacher. Here is a small glimpse into her various achievements. Vidushi Ashwini is an exponent of the Pandanallur style of Bharatnatyam, and she has trained under many illustrious gurus, Natyacharya Sri Raman, Sri Rajarajeshwari Nritya Kala Mandir in Tumkur, Vidushi Dr. Kripa Padke, Nrityagiri Center of Performing Arts and Research Center in Mysore, India, Natyacharya Sri Shankar Kandasamy, Head of Dance, Department of Temple of Fine Arts, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Ms. Ashwini gracefully completed her Arangetram under the able guidance of her guru, Dr. Kripa Padke. She has performed at many memorable occasions throughout India along with her guru. She is a Doordarshan artist for the Nupura Nada event, Bangalore. After moving to the United States with her family, Ashwini started the Nrityaloka Center of Performing Arts to pass on the treasure of Indian classical dance to young aspirants. Students of Nrityaloka have participated and excelled at various levels of Bharatnatyam proficiency examination conducted by the Gandharva University, India. Along with Guru Ashwini Manjunath, the students have actively taken part in all the performances of Nrityaloka and have gained applaudable appreciation from connoisseurs. Some of Ashwini's elite performances and choreographies: Devi, Trinity of Goddesses, Saraswati, Lakshmi and Parvati; Namo Bharatame, an ode to motherland, India; Karnataka Kala Darshana, featuring the greatness of the state of Karnataka, India; Tai, a tribute to mother. With dedicated efforts, commitment and enthusiasm, Nrityaloka continues its artistic path and wishes the support and encouragement of the connoisseurs. In today's event, recorded music has been used. Audio support for the art by various artists from India and Richmond. Without further ado, we start the program. So Disha begins her performance today with a traditional Pushpanjali, an offering to all the divine forces to transform her every footfall on the stage into strong and meaningful strides into the world of dance. Pushpanjali is an invocatory dance in the Bharatanatyam Margam. The word Pushpanjali means floral salutation and is characterized by the dancer saluting the deity, their guru and the audience. This is followed by a slokam where she seeks the blessing of Lord Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles, to bless her and make this event a grand success. She then presents the Alaripu in Misra Jati, which is yet another very important dance item in the Bharatanatyam repertoire. Alaripu literally means the blossoming of a flower. It depicts the blossoming of both the dance and the dancer in the presence of an audience. This can also be considered as a warm-up piece where the dancer's body prepares itself to endure through the very long performance event. So we now have Pushpanjali in Ragam Amrita Varshini, Aditalam.
தாம் 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 தகதரி கிட தீம் 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 தகதரி கிட தோம் 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 தக தகதிமி நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தாம் 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 தகதரி கிட தீம் 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 தகதரி கிட தோம் 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 தக தகதிமி நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தாம் 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 தகதரி கிட தீம் 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 தகதரி கிட தோம் 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 தக தகதிமி நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தாம் 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 தக தகதிமி தீம் 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 தக தகதிமி தோம் 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 தக தகதிமி நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தாம் 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 தக தகதிமி தீம் 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 தக தகதிமி தோம் 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 தக தகதிமி நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தாம் 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 தீம் 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 தோம் 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 நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தாம் 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 தக தகதிமி தீம் 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 தக தகதிமி தோம் 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 தக தகதிமி நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தாம் 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 தீம் 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 தோம் 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 தகதிமி நம் 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 தக தகதிமி தகதிமி நம் 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 தகதிமி தாம் தாம் தீம் 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 தோம் 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 தகதரிகிட நம் 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 தகதிமி தாம் தாம் தகதரிகிட தீம் 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 தகதரிகிட தோம் 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 தகதிமி நம் 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 தகதிமி தாம் தாம் தரிகிட தீம் தீம் தரிகிட தோம் தோம் தரிகிட தகதணு தாம் 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 தரிகிட தீம் தீம் தரிகிட தோம் தோம் தரிகிட தகதணு தாம் 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 தரிகிட தக தீம் தீம் தரிகிட தக தோம் தோம் தரிகிட தகதணு தாம் 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 தரிகிட தக தீம் தீம் தரிகிட தக தோம் தோம் தரிகிட தகதணு தாம் 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 தரிகிட தீம் தீம் தரிகிட தோம் தோம் நம் நம் தகதணு தாம் 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 தரிகிட தீம் தீம் தரிகிட தோம் தோம் தரிகிட தகதணு தாம் गजाननं भूतगणादि सेवितं गजाननं भूतगणादि सेवितं कपित्तजम्भू फलसार भक्षितम् कपेत्तजम्भू फलसार भक्षितम् उमासुतं शोक विनाश कारणम् सुतं शोक विनाश कारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम् विघ्नेश्वरा पादपङ्कजम् तां तां तरिगिड दीं दीं तरिगिड दों दों नं नं दगजणु दीं तां तां तगिड दीं दीं தகிட தோம் தோம் தகிட தகஜனுதி தாம் தாம் தகிட தீதி தகிட தோம் தோம் நம் நம் தகஜனுதி தாம் தாம் தகிட தீதி தகிட தோம் தோம் நம் நம் தகஜனுதி தாம் தரி நீம் தரி நோம் தரி நம் தரி தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதம் தரி நீம் தரி தோம் தரி நம் தரி தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதம் தரி நீம் தரி நோம் தரி நம் தரி தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதும் தரிகிண தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதும் தரிகிண தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதும் தரிகிணதோ ஆ
தத்தை யா தெய்யும் தத் தத்தம் கிட்டத்தக்க தித்தை யா தெய்யும் தித் தத்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் இதம் தத்தி கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை தத்தி 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 கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் தத்த கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்ட தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்ட தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் திதம் தத்தி கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை தத்தி 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 கிட்டத்தக்கதம் திதம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை சூழவர் தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் திதம் தத்தி கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை தத்தி 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 கிட்டத்தக்கதம் திதம் தத்தி கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை தத்தி
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Disha Trivedi, the starlet of today's performance. On a personal note, I still vividly remember the day this young girl walked into the dance class one Sunday morning with her mother, Raksha. It makes my heart swell with pride and happiness as I see her today for the journey she has gone through and the milestone she has reached. Disha Trivedi has been very passionate about dance since her young age, and she learned many different Western styles. Her ever-growing interest in enjoying the glory of dance made her pursue her learning in Bharatnatyam under the able guidance of Vidushi, Srimati Ashwini Manjunath. She has actively participated in many performances conducted by Nrityaloka Center of Performing Arts and has scored distinction in Bharatnatyam proficiency exams. Continuing her passion in classical art, Disha sought to have initial training in Hindustani music from Srimati Nirmal Bajekal, Director of Gandharva School of Music, Richmond, Virginia. Disha Trivedi is a sophomore at Virginia Commonwealth University, majoring in bioinformatics with a minor in chemistry and religious studies. As an aspiring doctor, she plans to use her interest in science to make a positive impact in the healthcare field. Alongside her commitment to academics, she enjoys volunteering with organizations such as American Red Cross and food shelters assisting those in need. After a month of lengthy preparation, she is excited to demonstrate her dedication to this art to the public. She feels honored to have received this opportunity of a lifetime to perform in front of her teacher, family, and friends, and hopes all who are able to witness her performance today enjoy it along her side. The next item Disha will be performing today is Jatiswaram. Jatiswaram is a pure nritya item set to tune in a particular rhythm. It includes jatis and several swaras set to pallavi, anupallavi, charanams. Jatiswaram brings out the inner joy of the dance, thus radiating its aesthetic pleasure. The jatis and the swaras are like pearls and rubies strung together by music, forming a beautiful necklace. So now we have Jatiswaram in Ragamalika set to Mishra Chapu, Talam.
कलंकुजम तरिकिटचम तद्दिन्नं तकुधरिकिट तक तक दिन्नं तकुधरिकिट तक दिन्नं तरिकिट तक कृदिन्नं तरिकिट तक तद्दिन्नं तक दिन्नं ते तद्दिन्नं तक दिन्नं कृदकतर्गचम तक कृदकतर्गचम तक दिगु कृदकतर्गचम
सा नि स रे सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि सा नि स रे सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि सा नि स रे सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि सा नि स रे सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि सा नि स रे सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि सा नि स रे सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि सा नि स रे सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि स रि ग नि रि नि द म द नि द नि द म ग म द म ग रि स रि ग म प द नि स रि ग नि रि नि द म द नि द नि द म ग म द म ग रि स रि ग म प द नि सा नि स रि सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि सा प म ग रि ग म द म ग रि स सा नि द प स रि ग म प द ब द प म ग रि ग म द म ग रि स सा नि द प स रि ग म प द प प द ब सा नि रि स म ग रि स प द ब रि स नि द प द म ग म प द ब सा नि स रि सा नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि स रि स नि स द स नि स द प म प ग म रि नि स ग म स नि स रि स रि स नि स द स नि स द प म प ग म रि नि स ग म द नि स रि स ग म रि नि स द नि स नि रि स स द प ग म रि स ग म रि नि स नि स रि स नि द प द नि द प म ग म प द नि ग रि स नि द नि रि नि द म ग म द म ग रि स रि ग म द नि स ग रि स नि द नि रि नि द म ग म द म ग रि स रि ग म द नि स नि ग रि नि द नि द म द नि स नि द म ग रि स रि ग म द नि ग रि स नि स रि नि द नि स रि द प रि म प नि द म प द म ग रि म रि स नि स रि नि द नि स रि द प रि म प नि द म प द म ग रि म रि स रि म ग रि म प नि स रि नि रि स रि नि
lovely performance, Disha. Here we have two of Disha's dance class buddies, Sanjana Kumar and Shrishta Tripathi, share their memories of all the good times and fun they had in their dance journey. Let's hear from them.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shrista Tripathi, and today I will be talking about Disha. So for me, I first met Disha 6 years ago when I joined Nitriloka as a new student. Initially, we were co-hosts for the first ever annual day for this dance school, and I was instantly impressed with her grace and her kindness and how caring she was towards others. We formed an instant connection, and she was 2 years older than me at the time, but I still saw her as a role model, and she represented the type of person that I wanted to be. Especially since we transformed from new students who struggle with every other move and who had no stamina to students who consistently are able to do mature roles, and Disha has proved that today. I like to say that Disha is the backbone of our group. She constantly brings in positive attitudes, and she always brings up our moods during every performance. She's always a supportive team member, and without her, I feel like our group would fall apart. Even outside of dance, she's always offered me advice like a big sister, and that role was one that she did not have to take up, but she chose to, and I'm forever grateful for it. And after seeing how hard she's worked these past few months and watching her transformation from a dance student of maturity to one of great grace and expertise, I'm excited to see how much it pays off today. And also with her student ambitions and her academic endeavors, I'm excited to see what she does in the future, since this is just the beginning. I'm very happy to have gotten the chance to meet Disha and work with her for all of these years, and all of the work that she has put into her dance journey has paid off, and I'm extremely impressed and inspired to be witnessing it firsthand. Thank you.
I would also like to say a few words about Disha. I first met Disha a few years ago when she joined Nitriloka, and she gave off the most positive energy, and she had so much compassion for the people around her. If I could say a few words about her, I would say that she's one of the most sweetest person and the most talented people I know. But that's just the very least about her. She's so passionate about everything she does, and if she sets a goal for herself, she doesn't stop until she reaches that goal. Disha has been like a big sister to me while we were in class and outside of class. A lot of times when I was nervous before performing, she would tell me not to worry and that everything was going to turn out okay. In class, sometimes I would take a quick glance at her and I'd see her sweating and she would look tired. But she kept going with the same energy she started with, and she never gave up, which was so inspiring to me. A few other things about Disha is that she's such a strong person, and I'm so glad that I got to be a part of her dance journey so far, and it's amazing how quick these past few years went by, and I'm so proud of Disha and her accomplishments, whether it's just her being herself or dance. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. That was so nice of you guys supporting your friend. Now, to the very important piece of any dance or margam, of Bharatanatyam margam, the Varnam. Varnam is the most important and complex part of a Bharatanatyam repertoire. It is also the central piece in any Bharatanatyam performance. Varnam literally means color. It is a colorful and scintillating amalgamation of jatis, pallavi, anupallavi, muktai swaras, charanam and chitiswaram. It also includes sections where short stories called sancharis are enacted, thus taking the audience on an enchanting journey. Varnam is usually considered as a test to the dancer's nritta, nritya and natya skills. It is also a test to the dancer's temperament and stamina. The Varnam that Disha will be presenting today is on Lord Krishna. This is a piece illustrating the divinity of the Paramatma, Sri Krishna, from the time of his birth to the celebrated moment of Gita Upadesha. Disha will be performing sancharis, bringing to life the incidents that happened mother of Lord Krishna. After a heavenly voice prophesied that Devaki's eighth-born son will slay him, he imprisoned Devaki and her husband Vasudeva and killed every newborn baby of Devaki and Vasudeva. As fate would have it, the day finally arrived. Devaki gave birth to her eighth child. He was none other than Lord Krishna himself. Vasudeva, guided by some divine force, carries the baby outside the prison walls. The night was like none other. Heavy rains and strong winds threatened to destroy everything along their way. Vasudeva started crossing the swelling Yamuna river, carrying the baby on his head. Adi Anantasesha, the multi-headed snake, covers Vasudeva and the baby from pouring rain. Vasudeva reaches Gokul and he leaves the baby under the care of his friend Nanda. When Kamsa realizes this, he sends Putana, the Rakshas, to kill baby Krishna. Putana disguises as a beautiful young lady and tries to poison Krishna with her breast milk. But Krishna, being the Paramatma himself, kills Putana. The episodes of Kalinga Nartana and Gita Upadesha are also portrayed in the Parental. Disha will be taking the audience on an emotional and engaging journey that reinforces the fact that the savior of mankind is none other than Sri Krishna himself. We now have Varnam, Sri Krishna Kamala Natho, Ragam Riti Kaula, Adipara.
आदौ देवकी देवी गर्भजननम् आदौ देवकी देवी गर्भजननम् वर्धनम् गोपीगृहे वर्धनम्
कमलनाथो वासुदेवः सनातनः श्रीकृष्णः कमलनाथो वासुदेवः सनातनः श्रीकृष्णः कमलनाथो वासुदेवः सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजाः पुण्यो लीलामानुष विग्रहः श्रीकृष्णः कमलनाथो वासुदेवः सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजाः पुण्यो लीलामानुष Shama
not performed by strength, but by perseverance. And that's exactly what we saw on display today. That was one spell of a performance, Disha. I'm sure the memory of this Varnam is going to linger around in our minds for days to come. The influence of a good teacher can never be erased. Aren't they the ladders of our success? And they never fail to celebrate their students' achievements. Here we have Disha's high school teacher, Miss Lisa Berlinghoff, her Hindustani music teacher, Ms. Nirmal Bachekal, and Ashwini's guru, Dr. Kripa Padke, send their best wishes to Disha. We'll now have a video clip.
Good afternoon. I am here. My name is Lisa Berlinghoff. I am a teacher and the IB coordinator at Mechanicsville High School, and I am here to speak on behalf of Disha and celebrate her, and just to provide a little glimpse into who I know Disha as through my experience with her at Mechanicsville. And I just want to say one of the things that when I first met Disha, I saw Disha as this quiet, little petite person. But as I got to know her, I learned all about her sass and her vivaciousness. And I am filled with joy as I think about her and think about our experiences that we had together in high school. She's someone that I see as truly taking every opportunity that is placed before her and making the most out of that opportunity. I think about all the many field trips that we went on in school and the way she really put herself out there. I particularly think about our trip to Costa Rica and all the many ways that Disha just put herself out there and took advantage of all these experiences that I think were new to her. They went horseback riding, and we went zip lining, and we went bungee swinging, and that was just so much fun. I got to watch her milk a cow, and I don't know if she's ever done that before. I certainly hadn't, but I got to watch her do that. So many experiences that we shared through that particular trip. I also think about on that trip, every evening we would share our happies and crappies of the day. We would share our highs and lows and what we really enjoyed, and maybe something that we didn't really enjoy but that we could grow from. And I just remember throughout that week, Disha was the person who affirmed every person in our group. At some point throughout the week, she said something nice about everybody in the group. She has just such a heart for people. She's such a compassionate person. And I will always admire her vivaciousness, her sass, and just her love for taking advantage of every opportunity, and the way she really cares for people. I saw her compassion, and I saw her, just her love for people through some of the experiences we had together, and through some of the CAS activities I got to hear about that she participated in. And so I am so proud to be here today, sharing about my friendship and relationship with Disha and all that I learned from her. That being, take every opportunity presented to you and do your absolute best. I'm so proud of you.
One spring afternoon a couple of years ago, I got a call from an adult student who wanted to learn Hindustani vocal music with me. And then she also said that her daughter would like to join the classes as well. And I asked her how old the daughter was, because I don't admit kids under 5. And she said, oh no, she's a teenager. And I wondered how this dynamic is going to work with a teenager and her mother taking classes together. And the day arrived, and I met Disha Trivedi and her mom Raksha on their very first class. And the class used to meet on the weekends at 8 o'clock in the morning. Most teenagers are fast asleep at that time. But Disha was here every weekend for her vocal class. And she won my heart at the very first class itself. And then thus the journey began, and Disha is the most conscientious student a teacher can ever have. I found that out. She is also most hardworking, very respectful, and very loving. And she would ask me all kinds of questions about Hindustani vocal music, and her mother would apologize for that. And I would say, please don't apologize, because I want them to be inquisitive. And that's exactly what Disha was. And she still is. Then a time came when Disha had to choose between two of her loves, Bharatnatyam and Hindustani vocal music. Among all the other things that she was doing, high school stuff, AP classes and clubs and being an officer and so on. I was also intrigued by Disha's desire to experience the whole gamut. Bharatnatyam from the south and Hindustani vocal from the north. And then Disha decided to choose Bharatnatyam, and I'm so glad she went to the right teacher. And or maybe she was already studying with Mrs. Ashwini Manjunath, and it has proved to be the right choice for both of them. And Disha's journey in Bharatnatyam has reached the top now, and she's giving a Bharatnatyam Arangetram today, and I would like to wish her the very best. Namaste. My name is Nirmal Bajikal, and I run Gandharv School of Music. And I would like to wish Disha good luck for all her future endeavors. I wish every teacher gets a conscientious student like Disha.
Very overwhelming that Kumari Disha Trivedi, disciple of my student Vidushi Ashwini Manjunath, is accomplishing her Ranga Pravesham. I wish her all the very best for this beautiful journey. This is just the beginning of a new journey, and Disha has a long way to go. May God bless her with all success and knowledge. Also, Ashwini is a very dedicated disciple, a graceful performer, and a very humble teacher. I congratulate her parents, in-laws, her husband, and family. Thank you.
Thank you, teachers, for those generous wishes. The mastermind behind today's event, the architect of today's performance, none other than our Guru Ashwini Manjunath. Let's hear from her next.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste. I would like to thank everyone who is watching us live today on the occasion of my student Disha Trivedi's Bharatanatyam Arangetram. I am very thankful to my gurus who have instilled this divine art and its aesthetics in me so that I can impart that to my students, including Disha Trivedi. When Disha's parents approached me to discuss about her debut performance, we planned for an in-person event. Eventually, with the growing fear of pandemic, social distancing and lockdown, we had to cancel it initially. After a lot of thought process and planning, we had to convince ourselves to host a virtual event. I remember when Disha and her mom both came to my dance school, Nritya Loka, to join for Bharatanatyam classes. Yes, Disha's mom, Raksha, is also my student, who is a very hardworking and a very humble person. When Disha joined, she was a very quiet girl, but a very observant, and she had a lot of interest and curiousness about this art form. Even though she started practicing classical dance a very few years ago, she quickly adapted and grasped the every detail which was taught to her. One thing I would like to tell about Disha is that she is a very hardworking student. In spite of her family being from a non-classical background, I remember her parents telling that we don't have any knowledge or any connection about this Bharatanatyam or any of its traditions. But Disha did not let any coin unturn. So she made all her attempt in making this event going great, and she worked really hard, and she managed to get all the things right. And coming to the practice, she was practicing it every day. No matter what, she was attending her college, and she was doing a part-time job, and she was also coming to the practice, and she was not forgetting to post her practice videos. I'm really proud of what she has done, and I really wish her and bless her with lots of success in all her future endeavors. And as my teacher said, that this event is just the beginning of her dance journey. She has a very, very long way to go, and I wish her all success. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the wonderful orchestra who supported me in recording from both India and here in US. The artists from India who supported me are my guru, Vidushi Dr. Kripa Padke on Natuangam, Vidushi Rajeshwari Pandit on vocals, Vidwan Janardhan on Mridangam, Vidwan Rakesh Sudhir on flute, and Vidwan M.D. Arjun on violin. And musicians from Richmond, Virginia, who supported me are Srimati Chitra Ravindran on vocal, Sri Ravi Ravindran on mridangam, Kumari Malavi Ravindran on violin. I would like to thank them wholeheartedly for all their support. I would also like to thank the amazing staff of the Firehouse Theatre for their immense cooperation and support throughout this process, even while during the rehearsals and during the event. Thank you. I would like to thank my students, Srimati Swarna Sundar Raj, for her excellent job in compiling today, Srimati Padma Priya Narayana Swami for helping out Disha in costume and makeup, Shrishta Tipati for her backstage help, Sanjana Kumar for her melodious and divine invocation song. I'm really proud of all my students who have helped here today for They are being multifaceted, and I'm really proud of them. I would also like to thank Mr. Anup Shashidhar for his amazing website design and portraits. It has come out really good, and Disha is looking really awesome. Thank you. And of course, my family for their immense support throughout this journey, without which I could have not done what we are doing it today. Thank you so much. And last but not the least, my heartfelt gratitude to all the workers who are tirelessly serving our communities to fight against this global pandemic. My heart goes for those who have lost their loved ones. I really hope and pray that we all return to normal. Thank you.
The next item is a Kriti, Bo Shambho, on Lord Shiva. Most of the images and sculptures of Lord Shiva depicts the river Ganga flowing from his mated locks. According to Hindu mythology, there was a powerful king named Sagar. He decided to conduct the Ashwamedha Yaga, a horse sacrifice, to declare his supremacy over the gods. The king of heaven, Indra, grew very jealous of King Sagar and decided to steal the ritual horse. Indra successfully abducts the horse and ties him in the ashram of sage Kapil. King Sagar, who had magically acquired 60,000 sons, sends them in search of this horse. So when they search far and wide, they find the horse being tied at the ashram of sage Kapil. They mistake him to have abducted the horse and start to assault him. The sage is enraged by this and he curses them. So they are all destroyed, but they are, due to the curse, they are never able to attain moksha, and they are roaming the earth and causing a lot of havoc and destruction throughout the earth. Bhagiratha, who is also the great grandson of King Sagar, prays to Lord Brahma, who orders Ganga, which is a holy heavenly river, to descend to earth so that she can wash away the sins of the descendants, the forefathers of Bhagiratha, King Bhagiratha. Ganga is not very happy about it. She is very furious and feels insulted. And she descends upon the earth with great force, but the earth is not able to hold her. Bhagiratha quickly realizes that earth is not able to hold Ganga, and he seeks the help of Lord Shiva. He, the only one who can withstand the power of Ganga. Bhagiratha pleaded with Lord Shiva to help him, and Shiva agreed to receive Ganga in his mated locks. Lord Shiva later releases Ganga as smaller streams, and she washed away the sins of the king's sons with her purity and released their souls. This is called the Bhagiratha Prayatna. Disha will be portraying this story in her Kriti, Bo Shambho, which praises Lord Shiva as Gangadhara, the one who carries Ganga in his mated locks. Bo Shambho in Raga Revati, Tala Adi.
गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारक गंगाधर शंकर गंगाधर शंकर गंगाधर शंकर गंगाधर शंकर गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारक गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा मामव भवसागर तारक शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा घम घम भूत प्रपंच रहिता निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा घम घम भूत प्रपंच रहिता निज गुण निहित नितांत अनंत निज गुण निहित नितांत अनंत आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंग आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंग निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा घम घम भूत प्रपंच रहिता निज गुण निहित नितांत
dhimi dhimi kita kita tom 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 tari kita tak tom
dhimi ta dhimi dhimi kita tom 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 tari kita tom
dhimi ta dhimi dhimi kita tom 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 tari kita tak tom
dhimi ta dhimi dhimi kita tom 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 tari kita tom matanga muni vadavadi sagesha sarvadigambara veshtita vesha nitya niranjana nritya nadesha isha sarvesha sarvesha matanga muni vadavandita isha sarvadigambara veshtita vesha nitya niranjana nritya nadesha isha sarvesha sarvesha matanga muni vadavandita isha sarvadigambara veshtita vesha nitya niranjana nritya nadesha isha sarvesha sarvesha Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Gangadhara Shankara Karunakara Mamava Bhava Sagara Taraka Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho
Of all gods that we depict through the Bharatanatyam dance, I think Lord Nataraja, who himself is the Lord of dance, to be the very tricky part. And now we saw Disha so effortlessly perform all the poses of Lord Shiva. That was beautiful, Disha. Next, we have a video of Disha's friends speaking about her, cheering her up. Let's hear from them.
Ever since I've known Disha, I've known her to be so talented, to be so smart, and to be one of my best friends. And for her doing Bharatanatyam, she's so talented, she's so devoted to it, she loves doing it. And seeing her progress all the way through has made me so proud of her. And I just can't believe all that she's accomplished. I mean, she's a remarkable young woman. She's in pre-med right now. She has so much going on, and even with all of that, Bharatanatyam's the one thing that she just doesn't stop talking about. She loves it. She loves to dance. She loves everything about the culture, and I've never been so much more proud of her. And as her best friend, as her sister practically, I just can't wait to see what she does in the future. And to you, Disha, I love you so much, and keep up with the hard work. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so glad that I'm able to share this moment with you.
Hello, my name is Gracie. I am Disha Trivedi's best friend since like middle school. So I have known her for quite a while. I have just watched her grow from this shy, smart little girl into this still very little, yet bold and confident and funny, intelligent young woman who now attends VCU, so it's very honorable to be friends with her and know her, and it's crazy, it's so exciting. But I love her so much, and I miss her so much, and I just can't wait to watch her Arangetram dance performance, and I know she's just gonna do perfect, because in my eyes, she is perfect. So, yeah, and I wish her all the luck in the world.
Hi everyone, my name is Anika and I am Disha's big sister for our sorority, Kappa Phi Gamma Sorority Incorporated. I could sit here and I could rattle off all the hundreds of amazing qualities that Disha has, but I think the most important one today is her go-getter nature. And by that I mean whatever she sets her mind to, whether it's her academics or her leadership roles, and most importantly, her dance, she makes sure to give 110%. And honestly, this sounds so cliche, but watching her inspires me to do better. It inspires me to work harder at my job and to study harder. And that's what makes Disha like one of the greatest people that I know. And all I want to say is congratulations, Disha. If anything, your Arangetram is a testament to all the great things that you're going to accomplish in life. And I, for one, cannot wait to be there and cheer you on for the next great thing that you decide to do.
Hello everyone, my name is Vidhi and I'm one of Disha's sorority sisters. I first met Disha through Tandavam, which is VCU's classical dance team. And from the moment I met her, I knew that she was somebody I wanted in my life. Not only is she super sweet and extremely funny, she was always very caring towards me, and I knew that that was definitely something that I would want to treasure within my life. Throughout the years, I've been able to see Disha grow as a dancer, not only through dance class, but also through Tandavam, where there are multiple dance forms to be learned and taught, and she was always extremely willing to do both. I think that speaks a lot to just who she is and how far she's willing to go for the things that she loves, and I couldn't be any prouder and happier than I am today for her, just to see how far she's come in her dance journey, and I'm super excited to see her to continue growing and learning and always improving on her beautiful, beautiful dancing. I love you so much.
Congratulations, Disha. I just want to take a minute to tell you how proud I am of you for making it to your Arangetram. I know that this is such a big and final step for you, and I want to tell you how much I admire you for the dedication and hard work that you put towards dance, how you would schedule your entire day around it, how even when we hang out, you would come home from dance class exhausted and still in your Indian clothes, but you know, the next day you would go back into it and you put countless hours learning every single step, perfecting every single step, and knowing the history and the story behind the discipline that you were learning, and now you're seeing your accomplishment come right before you, and I couldn't be more proud of you for everything that you've done. And I feel that you should be very proud of yourself because you have put so many hours into this and you are achieving it all.
Ever since I've known Disha.
Next item is the Bhajan. A mother takes delight in even the tiniest accomplishment of her child. From holding their head up on their own, rolling over, smiling, all worth of celebration. However, among the most exciting and memorable of milestone is a baby's first step. Rani Kaushalya, the mother of Lord Rama, is no different. The poet imagines Lord Rama as a little child, his anklets ringing, tottering unsteadily as he just learns to walk. His mother is so excited to see her baby's first steps. The poet paints an adorable picture. The last couplet is significant, where Tulsidas tries to give a simile for little Rama's beauty. He fails to find an equivalent and can only compare him to himself. We now have the bhajan Tumakku Chalat Ramachandra, written by Saint Tulsidas. It is in Raga Dvajivanti, Tala Tishranadai, Adi Tala.
ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बाजत पे जनिया ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बाजत पे जनिया ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बाजत पे जनिया
That was a beautiful performance, Disha. I think it was such a coincidence. We also heard a baby cry just when you were starting the item. We now have Disha's parents talk and felicitate Ashwini. Here we have Mr. Nilesh Trivedi and Raksha Trivedi.
Am I audible? So good afternoon. Good afternoon and good evening to friends and family members who are watching this event on YouTube. I'm Nilesh Trivedi, proud dad of Disha Trivedi. Disha's mom and Dev would most likely join us soon. So who is Disha? Disha is a natural dancer. Now I'll tell you a story how it happened. When Disha was 6, we happened to go to the Festival of India, and I saw a couple of kids dancing on the stage. So I casually asked Disha, you should also be dancing on the stage. And Disha said, I can dance better than those kids. I said, really? You don't have any formal training as such. She was just 6, and she just throwing some random moves while there was a stage show going on, and here is one 6-year-old kid was dancing, and she was dancing much better than those who were on the stage. So people who passed by, they said that which classes she goes to and where she learned this. I said that she just happens to be a natural dancer, and she learned by herself. We didn't taught anything. So that's how her dance journey started. Later on, she also tried ballet, Irish dance, Bollywood dance. Nothing worked out for her. And she always tell us that it's not challenging. Then almost 6 years ago, we chose Mrs. Ashwini Manjunath to be our daughter's teacher for Indian classical dance. And it was the best decision that we made for Disha. Not only Disha learned Bharatanatyam, but along the way she learned the Guru Shishya Parampara and discipline. And Disha had a transformational effect on her life. Under Mrs. Ashwini Manjunath's guidance, Disha grew to love the practice, learn to respect Guru, and started to interpret the Bharatanatyam as the Shastra tells us. Disha is blessed to have taken lessons from Mrs. Ashwini, who has inspired her by her love and dedication to this ancient art. I would also like to mention that Disha started taking class along with her mom Raksha, she is with me, with the same dance guru. So Raksha has been also an indirect source of inspiration too, and I thank her for the same, because time to time Raksha would remind her that Disha, it's time for you to practice, you can do better than me. And Disha has spent close to 6 years to arrive to this point of Bharatanatyam dance graduation. Now, Bharatanatyam dancing is an artistic discipline of high order, which embodies man's devotion to God and the opening of his heart to beauty and joy, expressed through the highly stylistic and graceful gesture of body. So the achievement of Arangetram signifies more than acquirement of certain skills in performing art. It is a long immersion in the art and science of living. This is why today's occasion is very significant. It is much more than a dance graduation we are celebrating today. Today we are celebrating Disha's of coming of an age, her becoming a full individual, her ascending into the personhood, her achieving a standalone stature. Today is the announcement of her matured personality in the Bharatanatyam dance world. Now something about Disha. Okay. Anyone who knows Disha, she has been scintillating qualities of commitment, ethicality, compassion, and hard work. Though born in the country, born in this country, she has an innate connection with the land of her ancestor from her very childhood. This immaterial but powerful connection with India is one of the most important wheels carrying her to this celebration. Now, Disha is the integration of many apparent contradictions. Through a brilliant student of mathematics and science, she is a religious person, very good of impersonating others. Many few people know that. And of course, raised in a Gujarati family, so she is fond of Garba, Gantia, Dandiya, Bollywood movies, and she is also fluent in Hindi, English, and Gujarati. Though Disha is the center of this performance, without the contribution of her dance guru and friends, she would not have made it here. Bharatanatyam has taught Disha discipline, dedication, and perseverance. This intricate art form has opened her eyes to rich Indian culture and an honorable heritage. Disha could not have achieved this milestone in classical dance without her guru and founder of Nrityaleka Center of Performing Arts, Mrs. Ashwini Manjunath. The school represents the teaching in the Natya Shastra by cultivating in its students a strongest sense of being modestly dressed in traditional costume, jewelry, and makeup, having a grasp of music and rhythm, and have a sound knowledge of mythology, along with a clear awareness of the dimension and symmetry of the stage and dancers' presence in it. Most importantly, Nrityaleka Center of Performing Arts has imparted in Disha a genuine love and pride and respect for this sterling dance form. I can tell you that Mrs. Ashwini Manjunath, Disha's dance guru's precise instruction and devotion to this art form has transformed Disha the best dancer as she can be. Mrs. Manjunath, you pushed Disha when you knew that she is capable of more, but also recognized when she is not ready. Mrs. Ashwini Manjunath, you worked really hard to bring the best out of Disha. I would also like to thank the supporting staff and students of Nrityaleka Center of Performing Arts who worked tirelessly for this event. And thank you for Firehouse Theatre staff for supporting us in this rehearsal and many of the email exchanges that we had. Although this is not the end, this is the beginning of the journey in the world of Bharatanatyam. And I would also like to thank Mr. Anup Sridhar. He is the excellent photographer because I happened to take the screen snapshot of the couple of pictures that he sent me. And I shared on the Facebook, and now people are asking me that who took those pictures. Is it like what type of DSLR camera you have used, and all sorts of inquiry has been going on. So you are already a super hit photographer now. Finally, I would like to parent wish you the best of luck to Disha. You look so beautiful. You look like a mom, actually. Your mom, like 19 years old Raksha. All right, thank you.
To show our support for Miss Ashwini Manjunath and my guru, we would like to give her a present. So if she could please come up on stage.
And can we have lights on, please?
That was a beautiful and emotional moment for all of us out here. We're almost there. The final performance of today's event will be the Tillana. Tillana is a brisk and a lively number performed towards the end of a concert. It is performed with so much joy and exuberance such that it instills a lasting impression on the audience. The Tillana will be directly followed by the Mangalam, which is the closing number where the dancer offers her thanks to the Almighty, the Guru, and the audience as she formally concludes her performance. Now we have Tillana in Ragam Hamsanandi and Aditalam.
ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா புதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாததாதி தனோம் தனன நாடுதானு தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா உதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாடுதானு தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா Tillana tankidajam tankidajam tom dani tom tarigidadaga Tillana tankidajam tankidajam dim tanana dirana dirana udana tanana tanom danana nagdani dim tanana dirana ಮಂಗಳಾಕಾರ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಹಾತ್ರಿಪುರ ಸುಂದರಿ ಶಂಕರಿ ಶಿವ ಮನೋಹರಿ ಸಂಸತೋ கருணை தந்தருள வேணும் எங்கும் நிறைந்து ஏகமான நித்யா மங்களாக்கார ஸ்ரீ மகாத்ரிபுர சுந்தரி சங்கரி சிவ மனோகரி சந்ததோ கருணை தந்தருள வேணும் தாம் ததிமித கணீதமக ஷணுதரி தித்லம் சந்தனி தனி தித்லம் தாங்கிடதம் தாங்கிடதம் கிடதம் தாம் ததிமித கணீதமக ஷணுதரி தித்லம் சந்தனி தனி தித்லம் தாங்கிடதம் தாங்கிடதம் கிடதம் தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா உதன தனன தனோம் தனன தாகுதாம் தீம் ததீம் தனன திரனா திரனா உதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாகுதாம் உதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாகுதாம் உதன தனன தனோம் தனன நாகுதாம்.
रामचन्द्राय जनकराजजा मनोहराय मामकाभीष्टिदाय महितमङ्गलम् कोसलेशाय मन्दहासदासपोषणाय हासवादिविनुतसर्वदाय मङ्गलम् चारुमेघरूपाय चन्दनन्दिचर्चिताय हारकटकशोभिताय पूर्णमङ्गलम् ललितरत्नकुण्डलाय तुलसीवनमालाय जलदसदृशदेहाय चारुमङ्गलम् देवकी सुपुत्राय देवहे गौतमाय भावजा गुरुवराय काव्यमङ्गलम् सुन्दरीकाक्षाय पूर्णचन्द्रवदनाय अन्तजावाहनाय अतुलमङ्गलम् विमलरूपाय विविधवेदान्तवेद भूतचित्तकामिताय शुभदमङ्गलम् रामदासाय मृदुलहृदयकमलवासाय स्वामी भद्रगिरिधराय सर्वमङ्गलम् स्वामी भद्रगिरिधराय सर्वमङ्गलम् स्वामी भद्रगिरिधराय सर्वमङ्गलम्.
Now have the award ceremony. Guru Srimati Ashwini Manjunath will be awarding the Certificate of Merit to Disha.
I would like to call Disha on stage. I'll be presenting a memento, that is the Certificate of Appreciation. It says that Nrityaloka Center of Performing Arts, Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is awarded to Kumari Disha Trivedi in recognition of successful completion and demonstration of outstanding performance in Bharatanatyam at her Arangetram on the 19th day of December 2020.
Thank you all so much for being here with me on this auspicious day and watching me perform. Without the viewer support, I would not be here today. Although I was the one performing, this could not have been done without the large amount of support I had been given from others. To begin with, I would like to thank my parents and my brother. They have been so patient and supportive of me throughout this entire process. Although new to them, they tried their very hardest to adapt and help me be the best person I possibly can be. Without their support, I would not be standing here today with the golden opportunity to perform in front of others. So thank you so much, Mom, Dad, and Dev. I would also like to thank Swarna Auntie for the tremendous amount of time and dedication she has given to this performance. Without her amazing MC skills and dedication towards Bharatanatyam, this Arangetram would have gone astray. To show my and my family's gratitude for her help, we have prepared a small token of our appreciation to give her. So if you could please come up on stage. Thank you, Swarna Auntie. In addition, I would like to thank Priya Auntie for her amazing help and commitment towards my makeup, hair, and costume. Without her fine arts skills and attention for detail, I would not be looking nearly as good as I am today. She has dedicated so much of her time not only for today, but for costume rehearsals and photo shoots. To show my appreciation for her time and skills, my family and I have prepared a gift to give you. So if you could please come up on stage. I would also like to thank Anoop Uncle for assisting in photography, flyer, and website design. The flyer and website that you all may have looked at was created by him and his amazing skills. Thank you so much for being so patient with us all and putting 110% in everything you have done. I understand you're taking photos right now, so I will show my appreciation after the program, or unless you'd like to come now. Whichever works for you. I would also like to thank Firehouse Theater and their staff for allowing me to be here today. They have been extremely supportive and flexible and excited to assist us. As a token of our appreciation, could one of the staff members come up here and accept it? And And of course, I could never forget, I would like to thank my dance partners and best friends, Sanjana and Shrista. Sanjana, thank you so much for coming here and singing so beautifully. Your voice was so angelic and amazing to listen to. And Shrista, thank you for all the help you have given me. From teaching me how to do the splits to preparing the stage, you have been so helpful in many ways. To show my gratitude, I'd like to give you both gifts, which you both are holding. Lastly, I'd like to thank my dance teacher and guru, Ashwini Manjunath. I would not be here today if it wasn't for my guru. My spiritual and emotional connection to Bharatanatyam is attributed to her, who I always look up to and view as my role model and mentor. She has always inspired me to be the best version of myself. Not only has she taught me how to become a better dancer, but she showed me what it means to be a better person. Words cannot describe how blessed I am to have her as my guru and learn under her. She has always been so dedicated to everything she does, and I aspire to be just like her. I'm so delighted to be given the opportunity to learn under her guidance and continue to embark on my dance journey with her. This is just the beginning, and I'm so excited to continue this path with my amazing guru, whom I love so much. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for me. You have been so loving, hardworking, patient, and words cannot express how grateful I am of that. I love you so, so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't cry. Thank you all for coming here today and watching me perform. I'm truly grateful for you all. I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you so much.